I just moved and my studio is not fully set up yet, but I have to talk about this now. So you probably know that Green Day has a new album coming out, and they just released another single, One-Eyed Bastard. They released it 2 days ago, and I just heard it for the first time, and, well... Now, if you were listening to music in the mid-2000s, this might sound very familiar to you, and not just because it's Green Day and, the pop-punk sound, but let's stack those on top of each other. Now let's hear them side by side again. Now, sometimes when this happens, there's an even older inspiration that they're both drawing from, so that's possible here. However, it isn't just that riff, which is a lot in and of itself, being the exact same thing. But in addition to that, the themes in their lyrics are also very similar. Both songs are basically about fighting and leaving the past behind. And they bring that theme, they bring that not just in the literal lyrics, but also musically in what accompanies it. They also follow a similar pattern. This part is from the second verse of each song. I always liked you, but I'm glad that you wrote it. What if this song's on the radio, then somebody's gonna die? But overall, there's use of that exact same riff and the whole theme of the song. It's very specific. So I tried looking up One-Eyed Bastard on ASCAP and BMI to see if maybe on the off chance that all the writers of So What had writing credits on One-Eyed Bastard, and it's not showing up there probably because it was just released. It's probably maybe just not visible yet on the public side. So this kind of thing is called an interpolation. So sampling is when you use the exact recording in the song, whereas an interpolation is you've taken that element of the song and incorporated it into your song, but in your own recording, your own. So not a cover, of course, being if you've basically made a re-recording of your own of the song. So interpolation is just taking that element, not the whole song, not the actual recording of someone else's, but just those elements of the song. Now, when an interpolation is done on purpose, then it can be discussed and negotiated beforehand for the writing credits and the royalties. But anyway, so those are things that you'd be able to see in the database. So since it's not there yet, you can't see if that is something that was at all discussed or thought about at this stage. When it happens on the back end and then they end up settling, then you later will see writing credits there. To be clear, I'm in favor of innovation and adaptation building upon existing works, and of people getting proper credit for the use of their works via flexible licensing. And given that, of course, I appreciate the use of the Mickey visuals in this, or excuse me, the Steamboat Willie visuals in this. Obviously, I like both Pink and Green Day, and this is just something that stood out to me from hearing it. It's interesting to see, now while they've got the same vibe and the same lyrical themes, the rest of the song is not exactly the same. It's that piece that is so striking. I hear a lot of similarities between different songs, and I mean that's something that I find fascinating and I'm drawn to. That's why I studied it. Link to article in description if you want to dive into that more. But I'm interested to see the ASCAP or BMI listing once it is visible. But yeah. And if you've made it this far, thanks for sticking with my ramblings. But yeah, I've got a lot of things in the works and I'm excited to share more with you soon.